All your creatures shall thank you, O Lord, and your friends shall repeat your blessing. They shall speak of the glory of your reign and declare your might, O God. You open wide your hand, O Lord. You grant our desires. The eyes of all creatures look to you, and you give them their food in due time. You open wide your hand, grant the desires of all who live. You open wide your hand, O Lord, you grant our desires. The Lord is just in all his ways and loving in all his deeds. He is close to all who call him, who call on him from their heart. You open wide your hand, O Lord, you grant our desires. You open wide your hand, O Lord, you grant our desires.
திருத்தூதர் பவுல் எபிசியருக்கு எழுதிய திருமுகத்திலிருந்து வாசகம். சகோதர சகோதரிகளே, ஆண்டவர் பொருட்டு கைதியாக இருக்கும் நான் உங்களை கெஞ்சி கேட்கிறேன். நீங்கள் பெற்றுக்கொண்ட அழைப்புக்கேற்ப வாழுங்கள். முழுமன தாழ்மையோடும் கனிவோடும் பொறுமையோடும் ஒருவரை ஒருவர் அன்புடன் தாங்கி அமைதியுடன் இணைந்து வாழ்ந்து தூய ஆவி அருளும் ஒருமைப்பாட்டை காத்துக்கொள்ள முழு முயற்சி செய்யுங்கள். நீங்கள் ஒரே எதிர்நோக்கு கொண்டு வாழ அழைக்கப்பட்டிருக்கிறீர்கள். ஒரே எதிர்நோக்கு இருப்பது போல உடலும் ஒன்றே, தூய ஆவியும் ஒன்றே. அவ்வாறே ஆண்டவர் ஒருவரே. நாம் கொண்டுள்ள நம்பிக்கை ஒன்றே, திருமுழுக்கு ஒன்றே. எல்லாருக்கும் கடவுளும் தந்தையுமானவர் ஒருவரே. அவர் எல்லாருக்கும் மேலானவர், எல்லார் மூலமாகவும் செயல் ஆற்றுபவர், எல்லாருக்குள்ளும் இருப்பவர். ஆண்டவர் வழங்கும் அருள்வாக்கு.
A great prophet has appeared among us. God has visited his people.
The Lord be with you. A reading from the Holy Gospel according to John. Jesus went off to the other side of the Sea of Galilee or of Tiberias, and a large crowd followed him, impressed by the signs he gave by curing the sick. Jesus climbed the hillside and sat down there with his disciples. It was shortly before the Jewish feast of Passover. Looking up, Jesus saw the crowds approaching and said to Philip, "Where can we buy some bread for these people to eat?" He only said this to test Philip. He himself knew exactly what he was going to do. Philip answered, 200 denarii would only buy enough to give them a small piece each. One of his disciples, Andrew, Simon Peter's brother, said, "There is a small boy here with 5 barley loaves and 2 fish. But what is that between so many?" Jesus said to them, "Make the people sit down." There was plenty of grass there, and as many as 5,000 men sat down. Then Jesus took the loaves, gave thanks, and gave them out to all who were sitting ready. He then did the same with the fish, giving out as much as was wanted. When he had eaten enough, he said to the disciples, "Pick up the pieces left over, so that nothing gets wasted." And so they picked up and filled 12 hampers with scraps left over from the meal of 5 barley loaves. The people, seeing the sign that he had given, said, "This really is the prophet who is to come into the world." Jesus, who could see they were about to come and take him by force and make him king, escaped back to the hills by himself. The Gospel of the Lord.
Looks like there are 5,000 gathered here today. My dear friends, this gospel reading of the multiplication of the loaves we are all familiar with. Do we really hunger for God in our lives today? Do we really want God in our lives? We don't appreciate the air that we have, the air that we breathe, until we are underwater or we do not have enough of air, clean air to breathe. We let our taps flow with water continuously, and we only appreciate when there is water rationing. Our electricity, our air conditions are running 24 hours at home. We do not appreciate until there is a power failure and we start looking for candles to light up the house. We have taken our environment for granted. We have so many things Mother Nature offers us that sometimes we do not appreciate until it is taken away, until we do not have enough water, enough of clean air, enough of electricity, enough of green around us. My dear friends, today's theme is protecting God's creation and respecting God's plan, the green agenda. And the Holy Father has come up with his latest encyclical, Laudato Si, which speaks about the ecology and many other important things about the environment and about our relationship with nature. And there must be responsibility and respect for Mother Nature. And today we are reminded to protect God's creation, the rivers, the air, the biodiversity. And God's creation is not only the ecology, but also the family. We are all God's creatures. And the family must also be protected. We must respect God's will, God's plan for each one of us. Do you know what God's plan is for you today? Not what we decided 20, 30 years ago. Not to get married, or not to be a priest, or not to be single. That is just one of God's plan for us. But He continues to engage us every day, and He asks us to respond to Him every day of our lives. And this is something each one of us must also ask ourselves. What is God asking me to do now, today, this point in my life? And to respect God's creation. The wheat and the grapes that make the body, that make the bread and the wine that is offered up in our offertory every single Mass. The environment, is so important. And everything ties together. All social problems, human trafficking, especially today, is also related to the ecology, the environment. When people cannot work in the fields, when they cannot earn a living, they're unable to produce crops. Therefore, they cannot find work, and human beings are trafficked throughout the whole world. And it's all related, all intertwined. How we look after the environment will affect how our families are affected. And so today, my dear friends, we are reminded in the reading about the multiplication of the loaves, the supernatural food that we receive at every Eucharist. Bread and wine becoming body and blood for us. Food for our bodies and souls. Supernatural food to heal our body, our souls, to give us strength to continue each day, to live out our lives as disciples of Jesus. And I would like to leave you with the words of St. Ignatius of Antioch, who says that this one bread provides the medicine of immortality, the antidote for death, and the food that makes us live forever in Jesus Christ. And this is the food that God gives us, His own body and blood. Food for our journey, our spiritual as well as our physical journey on earth. And so, my dear friends, let us today, as we celebrate this feast of St.Anne, as we have come here to pray through her to Jesus, as we pour out all our desires, all our intentions, all of our hopes, let us continue to trust in God, who has given us Jesus as food for our journey. And let us continue to reflect on God's beauty in the environment, in Mother Nature, all around us, and especially the highest of all the creatures, our families. And let us continue to protect, to look after every creature of God, so that in turn we will be looking after ourselves. And so we pray today with St. Anne to help us to truly lift up our families. And for those who are yearning to start a family, we also intercede for you, that the Lord will answer your cry to hold that child, to call your very own in your own arms. But let us also embrace the family that God has given us today, our environment and our brothers and sisters, our community gathered here. Let us embrace and let us treasure every one of God's creatures.
ஆண்டவர் இயேசுவில் பிரியமான சகோதர சகோதரிகளே, புனித அன்னமாவின் அன்பு பக்தர்களே, அலையென திரண்டு வந்து புனித அன்னமாவின் பரிந்துரையின் வழியாக இறைவனுடைய ஆசிரை எப்போதும் பெற்று மகிழ்ச்சியாக வாழ வேண்டும் என்று வாழ்த்து கூறி இந்த இறைவார்த்தை பகிர்விற்கு உங்களை அன்போடு வரவேற்கிறோம்.